Welcome back to Joe's Math Tools, where we aim to make math easy. In our session today, we are going to be calculating the area of our shaded region when we have an acute triangle inside of a circle. And if you're ready to see how this is done, let's get started. So in our example today, we're calculating the shaded region, and the triangle that we're working with in this example is an acute triangle. And please notice also that with your triangle, the triangle base is not in the center of our circle. So I'm going to touch on that a little bit later when we start calculating the area of our circle. So let's begin by calculating the area of our triangle. And as always, I will begin by writing out our formula. And remember that the area of a triangle is our base times the height, and this is being divided by 2. And our base for this example is 9 centimeters being multiplied to our height of 15 centimeters, and this will be divided by 2. So let's multiply our 15 times 9. 9 times 5 is 45. We'll put the 5 and carry the 4. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 4 will equal to 13. So we have our 135 being divided by our 2. And we'll now divide 2 into 135. 2 can divide into 1. We'll divide 2 into 13 6 times. 6 times 2 is equal to 12. 13 minus 12 gives us a difference of 1. We'll bring down our 5, change 1 into 15. 2 divides into 15 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. 15 minus 14 gives us a difference of 1. And remember, we're working with measurements, so we're going to try to keep that as accurate as possible. So we add in our decimal points, add in a 0, bring down that 0, change 1 into 10. 2 divides into 10 5 times. And 5 times 2 is equal to 10. And 10 minus 10 gives us the quotient. And 10 minus 10 gives us a difference of 0. So the area of our triangle is equal to 67 and 5/10, and that's in centimeters units, and that is squared. Okay, so now that we have calculated the area of our triangle, we're now going to move into calculating the area of our circle. And as we calculate the area of our circle, we're going to take note of a few things as we work through this question as well. Firstly, the first thing we're going to pay attention to that I must highlight is that in the circle, please notice that the base of our triangle is not in the center of our circle. And because it is not in the center of the circle, that means you should not consider the base for this particular triangle to be your radius or even the diameter. So please pay special attention to that as you work through this type of question. So with that being said, let's read our example. Let's read our instructions. So our instruction for part B says to calculate the area of our circle when pi is equal to 3 and 1400ths and the radius is 7 centimeters. So let's work out part B. And after we're done working out part B, we will begin working out the final stage of our question, which is the shaded region. So let's work out part B. So we're going to calculate the area of our circle and always indicate what you are calculating, especially if you're working out in the way that I am, where it's not underneath the question, so that they know that that's the area that you're working out for the circle. So my area for my circle is pi r squared. We're told that pi for this question is 3 and 1400, so I will substitute that back in by 7, and that is being squared. So I know that 7 times 7 is equal, I know that 7 times 7 is equal to 49, and I will now be multiplying that 49 to 3 and 1400, or your 3.14. It's being multiplied by 49. So 9 times 4 is 36. We'll put our 6 and carry the 3. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 3 is equal to 12. We'll put our 2, carry the 1. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 1 will equal to 28. Let's add our 0 and then begin multiplying by 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. We'll put our 6, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. And 4 times 3 is 12. Let's sum these numbers together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. We'll put our 3, carry the 1. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. And we'll bring down the last one. So in our working, we have 2 digits behind the decimal point here, 0 here. So in total, we should have 2 digits behind the decimal point. So I'll count 1, 2, and input the decimal point between my 3 and my 8. So the area of my circle is equal to 153 and 86 hundredths, and that's the centimeters squared. So now that we are done calculating the area of our circle, we're now going to answer part C of our question, which tells us to calculate the area of the shaded region. So the shaded region is that area that's around our triangle, the lightish brown area. That's the area that we're calculating. So to do that, that means my outer shape will subtract the area of my inner shape to get the area of my shaded region. So my outer shape area, which is my circle, is 153 and 86 hundredths, and I am going to just stack the numbers since I already have them in decimal form, and I will have to stack them eventually. And the inner shape is our triangle, and we found that the area of our triangle was 67 and 5/10. And remember that with subtracting decimal numbers, you don't have to, but even if you feel more comfortable, add in the 0 if you need to, and then you can begin your calculations. So we know that 6 minus 0 is 6. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3 can't subtract 7, so we will borrow from the 5, making it 4. And then 13 minus 7 is 6. 4 can't subtract 6, so we borrow from the 1, making it 0. And now we have 14 minus 6 is equal to 8. And our decimal point will drop right down from where it is. So the area of our shaded region is equal to 86 and 36 hundredths. And remember to put in your units of centimeters square. Okay, so I hope this was very helpful to you. I hope it helped you with calculating the area of your shaded region. And remember that we have more videos with shaded region coming up with different shapes. So make sure that you, as always, get some additional practice in. Give the video a thumbs up, share if you liked it, and make sure, as always, to return back to Jules Math Tools, where we aim to make math easy.